What's up, party people, and welcome back to my channel. Today is a very impromptu video. I did not have this planned, but you know what? Today I have a nap time and we're gonna utilize it. So today I'm gonna share with you guys an eyeshadow hack that I've come up with that it changes the game. But first, I feel like I need to give you a little backstory as to what I used to do and why I decided to change it up. So if you've watched me for a while, you'll know that I've always been into a super intense, metallic, shiny, wet looking shimmer on the eyelid. I never use a dry shimmer. Like, I hate the look of a dry shimmer on the eyelid. I just feel like it looks too chunky, like you can see too much of the shimmer particles in it, and it just doesn't look very like smooth and finely milled. So I always wet my brush with setting spray. And I've always loved that. Like, I've never had a problem with it. However, I recently started dialing it back to where I enjoy more of like a natural, simple, just minimalistic look. Especially with a more natural makeup look, I just feel like whenever I wet my shimmer now, it not only ages my eyelids, but it just looks too made up, just too overdone. It can look too layered and too thick. And overall, it just kind of looks like aluminum foil. Not in like a shiny, like a finish way, but more of like a texture way. Now, I've always heard people say, not everyone, but I've heard people say that, you know, if you have more mature skin, you want to try to avoid a lot of shimmer and stuff. I'm not saying that I have more mature skin, but I just feel like whenever I do the wet eyeshadow thing on my eyelids now, it ages my eyelids. It's weird. I don't know if this has been a thing and I just never noticed it, but I see it now and So I've come up with a way to get that really pretty shiny, creamy looking shimmer without it looking too like overdone and too like made up. So on one side, I'm gonna do my new technique, and on the other side, I'm gonna do it the way that I've always done it, like literally up until like 2 months ago. So I used a few shades from this BH Cosmetics Hanging in Hawaii palette for my look today. So we'll use like this shimmer right here. On this side, I'll do my old technique. I'm just gonna use a little eyeshadow packing brush like this. This is a typical kind of brush to use for this purpose. I'm gonna get some product on there and then I'm gonna spray it with a setting spray. So I'm just gonna pack this all over the eyelid from the inner corner to about the center. So, I mean, this doesn't look bad at all, okay? This is a really nice, like finely milled, smooth kind of shimmer, so it doesn't look as bad as some other ones do. I mean, if you have any kind of texture on your eyelid, like if your eyelid is less than like flat and smooth, then you may come across the same issues that I have where it just looks kind of like, you know, like aluminum foil. Like how I sat there earlier and talked about how I like a more natural look as of lately, and then I'm sitting here with like coral and pink on my eyelid. Okay, now let's move on to the hack side. So basically, you're gonna apply your shimmer dry. You can apply it however you want, whether it be with like an eyeshadow packing brush, like what we used on the other side, even a fluffy blending brush. Like, it really doesn't matter. You can use your finger as well. So just to show you that it really doesn't matter, I'm gonna use this little fluffy blending brush right here. So I'm just gonna put it in the exact same area. And you can do this technique with any kind of shimmer. It doesn't have to be a light color. It can be a dark color. It can be in your inner corner, your outer corner. So here's what it looks like dry versus wet. So I don't know if you guys can see it, but in person, like the dry side just looks very like dull, very dim, and it just looks too like chunky. Like, you can see too many of the particles. Like, you can see that it's like, it just doesn't look as smooth. So you're gonna take any kind of setting spray, but I would say make sure that's one that actually improves the wear of your makeup. I have some in my collection that are more like hydrating, and it actually makes my eyeshadow break down when I do this. Just trial and error. But basically, you just wanna get some on your finger and you're gonna tap over the eyelid. You can do this a couple of different ways, but basically you don't want your finger to be drenching wet, because if it's too wet, then it's just gonna remove the product. So what I like to do is directly spray it on my finger and just tap off the excess on the back of my hand, or apply it to the back of my hand and just pick some up with my finger and just dab it on an area that doesn't have any spray. So I'm gonna do it this way first. I just spray it just a couple of sprays and then just tap off the excess. Once I have some setting spray on my finger, I'm just gonna go in and tap over the areas where I apply the shimmer. And it just completely transforms it. Like, it makes it look smoother. It makes it look more creamy. Like, it looks like a cream eyeshadow. It doesn't emphasize my lines. It doesn't age my eyelids. Like, it just looks so effortless. So on camera, this side may look better just because the lights and the camera just tend to kind of wash everything out. But I can assure you that this side looks way better in person. Like, this side is very, very pretty. And again, it all comes down to the formula. So just to even things up so that we actually look symmetrical, I'm gonna do the hack on the other side as well. And I'm gonna show you the back of the hand way this time instead of spraying on your fingers. So I'm just gonna spray a little bit just like that. I'm just gonna get some on that finger and just go down here where there's no product and just tap it off, and then just pat right over that. All right, so here's some eyeliner, well, eyeshadow as liner and mascara. And I don't know if you guys can see it, but to me, like, this this is it. So yeah, if you're someone like me that just feels like too much shimmer, just weighs your eyelids down, makes them look heavy, makes them look makeup-y, you know, crinkle cut fry vibes. Or if you're someone that has more mature skin where your eyelids are more wrinkly or saggy or whatever and you're afraid to play with shimmer, try this out. So yeah, if you like this video and if you want to see more hack videos like it, then give it a big old thumbs up. Also leave me a comment below of just common issues that you have with your makeup. Like what's a problem that you have that you just can't seem to work around, and I'll try to come up with a little hack in a future video. Subscribe to my channel if you're not already and stick around, and then turn that notification bell on to always see my stuff because you never want to miss out, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Mwah.